Welcome to this lecture. Today we are going to deal with these topics little quickly but in detailed approach. My name is Gunjan Subedi and as always I'll be guiding you in this topic with practical explanation and examples when necessary. Before starting, let me kindly remind you to subscribe to My Lean University, which is my initiative to deliver free and quality professional education to your screen. Forecasts are simply forecasts. I mean to say that they will not be accurate. There will be ups and downs between what is forecasted and the real demand of the product or real incidences. For example, if it is a case of industry that produces certain goods, the raw material may not reach its facility from the suppliers or vendors at the right time, or say our predicted or forecasted time. If it's the case of demand from the customers, they might have a large fluctuation in demand or any seasonal preferences for the goods and services we provide to the customers. So because of these fluctuations, we should make sure that there is enough inventories in our place so that we can account for any increase in demand from the customers, or that would be enough to make the products if it's case of the manufacturing industry. When the vendor or supplier is a little slow in delivering the raw materials to the manufacturing facility than what was expected. But holding a large amount of inventory comes up with its own costs, such as opportunity cost. The cost spent in large inventories could have been used in other areas of the operation. There could be the chances of damage for the large inventories. There could be the issues of storage and increased storage cost and spaces. We should always look for the safe amount of inventory level that should be maintained. That is safety stock. So let's move to the real deal, that is we are going to study about safety stock. So let's learn what is safety stock. Safety stock or safety inventory is the inventory carried for the purpose of satisfying the demand that exceeds the amount of forecasted demand in a given period. We should keep a safe amount of inventory to counter the fluctuation in demand of the customers, or any increase in demand of the customers, or any lag of time or increase in time the suppliers or vendors take to provide raw materials to the factory, as we already discussed. So always the total inventory is the sum of cycle inventory, that is normal amount or volume of the inventory that is needed for certain time for meeting the customer's demand, plus extra safe inventory to safeguard for any increase in demand. There are both the good and bad aspects of keeping the safety inventory level high. The good aspect is when we raise safety inventory level, it can provide higher level of product availability or customer service when there is increase in demand. We can provide the customers in any volume that they like. Raising the level of safety inventory could also have the bad effects, as we already discussed. It could increase the opportunity cost and holding or the storage cost. This is particularly more important for tech industries. We often see that the price of the computers, mobile phones or laptops go down as a recent improved version comes in the market, so holding too much of inventory could be also costly. So now we understand that we should have an adequate level of the safety stock just to counter the sudden increase in demand, and also at the same time lessen the effects of holding too much inventory. So far we learned about the safety stock definition and a need to maintain the safety stock. Now let's learn to calculate the safety stock. I will provide you two ways to calculate the safety stock. One, when there is uncertainty in lead time, or the time when the items reaches the manufacturing facility from the vendors. And another case would be calculating the safety stock when there is huge uncertainty in demand of the product. Let's see the formula when there is uncertainty in the lead time or uncertainty in the delivery of raw materials to your factory from the vendor or supplier. Now we can see here that we need some historical data to know maximum or normal or average lead time and the consumption rate to calculate the safety stock by this method. So let's take an example. Suppose you make medicated soaps in your production facility. For this you need 500 bottles a day of essential oil. the essential oil bottles take an average of 20 days to reach your facility. And sometimes when there are other difficulties or transportation difficulties, it may take up to 25 days. We have to calculate the safety stock. To calculate the safety stock, when there is uncertainty in the lead time, the formula is safety stock is maximum lead time minus normal lead time times the consumption rate. So the maximum lead time is 25 days because there is some delay. The normal lead time or the time to reach any raw material from the factory is 20 days and the consumption rate is 500. That means 500 bottles a day. So on calculation we get 2500 bottles. So you need 2500 bottles in order to be safe that items do not run out during the production of the soap. I hope you are clear. Let's see another case. This time, let's suppose there is uncertainty in demand. That means you do not know how much quantity the consumers exactly will buy from you. So we do not know how exactly customers will buy from you. Suppose we are given that the demand may vary from 400 to 500 units. Sometimes the customer order for 400 units and sometimes for 500 units in maximum. So let's suppose the lead time for the delivery is constant. Suppose it's 20 days. In this case, we have only uncertainty in demand between 400 to 500. So the formula is safety stock is the maximum rate of consumption minus average rate of consumption times the lead time. So we have 500, that is a maximum demand minus 400 times 20, or this is the lead time or time to reach the product from the manufacturer or supplier to the customer. So on calculation we get 2000 units. So you should have 2000 bottles of essential oils as safety stock in this case. How are you finding the course? It's always my utmost importance to give the highest possible value to my students using simulated case studies and examples. You would be periodically asked to provide your reviews. Please leave your valuable reviews, as reviews are motivators for instructor like me to add more value to the course in future. Thank you so much for listening to me so far in this lecture. Before ending this lecture, let me remind you to join my Lean University's premium membership and enjoy a total free access for limited time inside my Lean University's online library and get tons of free courses, free books and lecture topics on project management, Lean and Six Sigma, operations and supply chain, productive and preventive maintenance, quality maintenance, data science, industry and sales management, Agile and Scrum, Kaizen or continuous improvement, and much more totally free. No strings attached. As we have limited seats, only the early subscribers will be given open access inside the premium membership, and remember, it's totally free. Please subscribe and share the video if you share the common belief that professional education should be accessible to all.